Welcome, learners.
Meaning, you are already moving forward. For example, maybe you want to say, I went to the market yesterday. But in your mind, you start checking grammar. Went or go? Yesterday should come where? Is market correct? What if I make a mistake? Because of this, your speaking stops. Instead of waiting for a perfect sentence, speak a simple sentence. Say, I went market yesterday. Is it perfect? No. But is the meaning clear? Yes. Then later you can correct it. I went to the market yesterday. This is how speaking improves. Speak first, correct later. Do not wait for perfect English to begin speaking. If you wait for perfection, you will wait for a long time. Mistakes are not your enemy. Mistakes are part of training. A child does not learn language by speaking perfectly. A child speaks, makes mistakes, listens, repeats, and improves. You must also follow this process. So from today, give yourself permission to speak imperfect English. Say simple sentences. Say short sentences. Say what you can say. Do not keep everything inside your mind. Your English will not become fluent only by thinking. Your English will become fluent by speaking. Remember this powerful line. A broken sentence is better than silent fear. Because when you speak, you grow. When you stay silent, fear grows. Rule 2. Think in small English sentences. If you want to stop translating, you must start thinking in small English sentences. Do not try to think in long and difficult English. That will make you confused. Start small. Start with the language of daily life. For example, when you wake up, think, I am awake. I need water. I feel fresh. I will start my day. When you eat, think, this food is tasty. I am hungry. I need more rice. I am drinking tea. When you go outside, think, it is hot today. I am walking. I am going to work. There are many people. These sentences are very simple, but they are powerful because they train your brain to use English directly. At first, your mind will try to translate. That is normal. Do not worry. Just keep practicing. Slowly, your brain will understand. Oh, I can use English directly. This is how fluency begins. Many learners make a mistake. They try to think about big topics in English immediately. They try to talk about politics, technology, success, emotions, or deep ideas. But their basic thinking habit is not strong yet. So they feel stuck. First, build the foundation. Think about your daily life in English. Your room, your food, your phone, your work, your family, your clothes, your plans, your feelings. Use small sentences again and again. For example, I am busy. I need rest. I will call him later. I do not understand this. I want to learn English. I am improving slowly. I made a mistake, but it is okay. These small sentences create English thinking, and English thinking creates natural speaking. You do not need to translate every word. You need to build direct connection. Object to English. Action to English. Feeling to English. Situation to English. When you see water, think water. Do not think of the word in your language first. When you feel tired, think, I am tired. When you see your phone, think, this is my phone. This may look too simple, but this is exactly how the brain learns language. Simple repetition creates speed. Speed creates confidence. Confidence creates fluency. So do not ignore small sentences. Small English sentences are the bridge between translation and natural speaking. Rule 3. Use the words you already know. Many English learners stop speaking because they are searching for perfect words. They think, I do not know the best word. I do not know advanced vocabulary. I do not know how to say this beautifully. So they stop. But this is a big mistake. To speak English, you do not need perfect words. You need available words. Available words means the words you already know. Use them. Do not wait for advanced vocabulary. Do not wait for beautiful English. Do not wait for perfect expressions. Speak with what you have. For example, maybe you want to say, this place is magnificent, but you do not know the word magnificent. No problem. Say, this place is very beautiful. Maybe you want to say, I am exhausted, but you do not know exhausted. Say, I am very tired. Maybe you want to say, this situation is complicated, but you do not know complicated. Say, this situation is not easy. This is smart speaking. Fluent speakers do this too. They do not always use difficult words. They use clear words. Clear English is better than complicated silence. Many learners think simple English is weak, but simple English is powerful. Because the goal of speaking is understanding. If people understand you, your English is working. Advanced vocabulary can come later. First, become comfortable using basic words. If you do not know one word, explain it with easy words. For example, if you forget the word umbrella, you can say, the thing we use when it rains. If you forget the word airport, you can say, the place where planes come and go. If you forget the word medicine, you can say, the thing we take when we are sick. This is called explaining with simple English. It is a very useful speaking skill, because in real conversation, you will not always remember every word. But if you can explain your meaning with simple words, you will not stop. This rule can change your speaking confidence. Use what you know. Use simple words. Use short sentences. Use examples. Use your hands if needed. But do not stop speaking only because one word is missing. One missing word should not stop your whole conversation. Remember this. Fluency is not about knowing every word. Fluency is about continuing even when you do not know one word. So, from today, stop waiting for perfect vocabulary. Speak with the words you already know. Your English will become stronger by using it, not by hiding it. The more you speak, the more words will come naturally. The more you use English, the faster your brain will become. And slowly, you will stop translating. You will start speaking. Naturally. Confidently. Freely. Rule 4. Speak first, correct later. One of the biggest reasons English learners cannot speak freely is because they try to correct everything before speaking. They think about grammar. They think about pronunciation. They think about sentence structure. They think about the right word. They think about what people will say. And because of too much thinking, they stop speaking. But remember this. Speaking and correcting are two different steps. When you are speaking, your first goal is communication. Your first goal is to express your idea. Your first goal is to continue the conversation. Correction can come later. If you try to correct every word while speaking, your brain becomes overloaded. You cannot speak naturally because your mind is doing too many jobs at the same time. It is thinking, translating, checking grammar, searching vocabulary, worrying about mistakes, and trying to speak. That is too much pressure. So make it simple. Speak first, Correct later. For example, if you say, he go to office yesterday. The sentence is not perfect, but people can understand your meaning. Later you can correct it. He went to the office yesterday. This is how learning happens. First, you speak. Then you notice the mistake. Then you correct it. Then you use the correct sentence again. This process builds real fluency. Many learners want to become perfect before speaking, but fluency does not come before speaking. Fluency comes after speaking again and again. Mistakes are not proof that your English is bad. Mistakes are proof that you are practicing. If you never speak, you may make fewer mistakes, but you will also make less progress. A learner who speaks with mistakes will improve faster than a learner who stays silent with perfect grammar knowledge. So do not be afraid of mistakes. Use mistakes as feedback. Feedback means information that helps you improve. Every mistake can teach you something. Maybe you learn a new grammar point. Maybe you learn a better word. Maybe you learn better pronunciation. Maybe you learn how to say one idea more naturally. This is useful. This is growth. So, from today, do not stop your sentence because of one small mistake. Keep speaking, keep expressing, keep moving. After the conversation, you can think, what mistake did I make? How can I say it better next time? Then practice the better sentence. This method is very powerful. Speak, notice, correct, repeat. That is how your English becomes natural. Remember this line. Correction is important, but conversation needs courage. So speak first. Correct later. Rule 5. Use ready-made English phrases. If you want to stop translating, start using ready-made English phrases. This is one of the best methods for speaking faster. A ready-made phrase is a group of words that native speakers and fluent speakers use again and again. For example, I think, in my opinion, that's a good idea. I'm not sure. Can you explain that? Let me think. I agree with you. I don't agree completely. What do you mean? That makes sense. These phrases are powerful because you do not need to build every sentence word by word. You already have a sentence starter in your mind. This saves time. It reduces translation. It gives you confidence. Many learners translate because they try to create every sentence from zero. They think in their mother tongue. Then they search for English words. Then they arrange the sentence. This makes speaking slow. But phrases make speaking easier. For example, instead of thinking too much, you can start with, I think, then add your idea. I think this is useful. I think we should try again. I think English practice is important. Another useful phrase is, I feel nervous. I feel happy today. I feel more confident now. Another useful phrase is, I want to improve my English. I want to speak better. I want to learn something new. These phrases help your brain speak directly in English. You do not translate word by word. You use full patterns. This is how children learn language too. They hear phrases. They repeat phrases. They use phrases in different situations. You should do the same. Learn phrases for daily life. For example, for conversation. How was your day? What are you doing? Can I ask you something? Let me explain. I understand. For opinion, I think, I believe, in my opinion, from my point of view. For confusion, I don't understand. Can you repeat that? Can you speak slowly? What does this mean? For confidence, I am learning. I will try. I can improve. I made a mistake, but it is okay. Now practice these phrases daily. Do not only read them, speak them aloud. Repeat them many times. Use them in your daily life. The more phrases you know, the less you need translation, because your brain starts storing English in groups. This is very important. Do not learn only single words. Learn useful phrases. Single words help you know English. Phrases help you speak English. For example, the word agree is useful, but the phrase I agree with you is more useful for speaking. The word explain is useful, but the phrase can you explain this is more useful in conversation. The word think is useful, but the phrase I think this is important helps you speak faster. So build your phrase. Bank. A phrase bank means a collection of useful sentences and sentence starters. Write them in a notebook. Repeat them every day. Use them while speaking. This one habit can make your English smoother, faster, and more natural. Remember this. Fluent speakers do not create every sentence from zero. They use familiar phrases quickly. So learn phrases, repeat phrases, use phrases, and slowly, your speaking will become more natural. Rule 6. Describe your daily life in English. You do not need a partner. You do not need a classroom. You do not need perfect English. You can practice alone. Just look around and describe what you are doing. For example, in the morning, say, I am waking up. I am brushing my teeth. I am washing my face. I am making tea. I am getting ready. When you are eating, say, I am eating breakfast. This food is hot. This tea is sweet. I like this taste. When you are working, say, I am opening my laptop. I am checking my messages. I need to finish this work. I am learning something new. When you are walking outside, say, the weather is nice. There are many people. I am going to the shop. The road is busy. This method is powerful because your daily life gives you unlimited speaking practice. Every action becomes English practice. Every object becomes vocabulary practice. Every moment becomes a chance to think in English. Many learners wait for a special time to practice English. But you do not always need special time. Your whole day can become practice. When you describe your daily life, your brain starts connecting real situations with English directly. You see a chair and you think chair. You drink water and you think I am drinking water. You feel tired and you think I am tired. This builds direct English thinking, and direct English thinking reduces translation. At first, use very simple sentences. Do not try to speak like a professional speaker. Say easy things. I am sitting. I am standing. I am going outside. I need my phone. I am reading a book. I am watching a video. Then slowly make your sentences longer. I am watching a video to improve my English. I am going outside because I need to buy something. I am feeling tired, but I will still practice for 5 minutes. This is how your speaking grows. Small sentences become longer sentences. Simple ideas become better explanations. Slow speaking becomes natural speaking. You can also use this method for emotions. Say, I feel happy today. I feel nervous. I feel confused. I feel motivated. I feel tired, but I will continue. This helps you express yourself in English, because English speaking is not only about objects and actions. It is also about feelings, opinions, and thoughts. You can also describe your plans. Say, today I will study English. I will record my voice. I will learn 5 new phrases. I will speak for 10 minutes. This makes your English practical. You are not only learning from books, you are using English in real life. This method is useful because it creates daily repetition, and repetition is the secret of fluency. You do not become fluent by practicing once. You become fluent by using English again and again. So from today, make your daily life your English classroom. Your room is your classroom. Your kitchen is your classroom. Your phone is your classroom. Your walk is your classroom. Your thoughts are your classroom. Speak about what you see. Speak about what you do. Speak about what you feel. Speak about what you plan. Even if nobody is listening, speak. Because your brain is listening. Your brain is learning. Your brain is building the habit of English. Remember this powerful line. If you describe your life in English every day, one day English will become a natural part of your life. So do not translate. Look around. Think simply. Speak directly. And turn your daily life into English practice. Rule 7. Practice the question and answer method. One of the best ways to stop translating is to practice questions and answers. Why? Because real conversation is mostly questions and answers. Someone asks you something, you answer, you ask something back. The conversation continues. But many English learners only study words and grammar. They do not practice answering quickly. So when someone asks a simple question, their mind becomes blank. For example, someone asks, "What did you do today?" You know the meaning, you know the words, but still, you stop. Why? Because your brain is trying to translate. First, you think in your own language. Then you try to make the English sentence. Then you worry about grammar. Then you feel nervous. This makes your speaking slow. The question and answer method trains your brain to respond faster. Start with simple questions. What is your name? Where are you from? What do you do? What did you eat today? What are you doing now? What do you like? What do you want to learn? What is your plan for tomorrow? Now answer in simple English. Do not make long answers in the beginning. Say short answers first. My name is Rahul. I am from India. I am learning English. I ate rice today. I am watching a video. I like music. I want to speak English better. My plan is to practice tomorrow. These answers are simple, but they train your speaking. After that, make your answers longer. For example, what did you do today? Short answer. I studied English. Longer answer. Today, I studied English for 30 minutes. I watched one video, learned 5 new words, and practiced speaking aloud. This is how your speaking grows. First, give a simple answer. Then add more information. This method is useful because it teaches your brain to think in English quickly. You do not need to translate every sentence. You only need to follow a simple pattern. Question. Answer. Add one detail. For example, question. Why do you want to learn English? Answer. I want to learn English because it will help me speak with confidence. Add one detail. It can also help me in study, work, and communication. Now your answer becomes stronger. You can practice this method alone. Ask yourself one question, then answer aloud. For example, what is my goal? My goal is to improve my English. Why is it important? It is important because English can give me confidence and better opportunities. What will I do today? Today, I will practice speaking for 10 minutes. This becomes self-speak in practice. You can also use your phone, record one question, then record your answer. Listen to your answer. Notice mistakes, then answer again in a better way. This is a powerful practice. Because you are not only learning English, you are training your mouth, your mind, and your confidence. You can also practice with common daily questions. For example, how was your day? My day was good. I learned something new and completed my work. What are you doing? I am practicing English because I want to become fluent. What is your favorite food? My favorite food is biryani because it is tasty and spicy. What do you do in your free time? In my free time, I watch English videos, listen to podcasts, and practice speaking. This method prepares you for real conversations. Because when someone asks you something, your brain will not panic. It will remember the practice. It will respond faster. So every day, practice 10 questions and answers. Simple questions, simple answers. Then slowly make them longer. Remember this. Questions train your mind. Answers train your speaking. Repetition builds fluency. If you practice this method daily, you will stop translating slowly and start responding naturally. Rule 8. Build English reflex through repetition. English reflex means your brain responds in English automatically. You do not pause for a long time. You do not translate word by word. You hear a situation and English comes quickly. For example, if someone says, "How are you?" you do not translate. You automatically say, "I am fine." That is reflex. You need to build this same reflex for more sentences. Many learners know English, but their English is slow because it is not automatic yet. They have knowledge, but they do not have reflex. Knowledge means you understand. Reflex means you can use it quickly. Speaking needs reflex, and reflex comes from repetition. Repetition means doing the same thing again and again. Some learners think repetition is boring, but repetition is the secret of fluency. You learned your mother tongue through repetition. You heard the same words again and again. You used the same sentences again and again. Slowly, they became natural. English also needs the same process. For example, take one sentence. I want to improve my English. Repeat it many times, then change it. I want to improve my speaking. I want to improve my pronunciation. I want to improve my confidence. I want to improve my vocabulary. Now your brain learns a pattern. I want to improve. This pattern becomes easy. Next time, you do not need to translate. You can use it quickly. Take another pattern. I need to study. I need to practice. I need to go outside. I need to call my friend. I need to finish my work. Take another pattern. I am trying to speak English. I am trying to learn new words. I am trying to become confident. I am trying to improve myself. This is how repetition builds speaking speed. Do not repeat only single words. Repeat full sentences. Repeat useful patterns. Repeat real-life phrases. Because in speaking, full sentence patterns are more useful than isolated words. For example, do not only learn the word confident. Learn sentences like, I want to become confident. I feel more confident now. I am building my confidence. I need more confidence while speaking. Now the word becomes useful in real speaking. You can practice repetition in 3 ways. First, listen and repeat. Watch a short English video. Pause after one sentence. Repeat the sentence aloud. Try to copy the rhythm. Try to copy the pronunciation. Try to copy the natural flow. Second, repeat your own sentences. Choose 5 useful sentences and speak them again and again. For example, I am learning English every day. I can speak slowly and clearly. Mistakes are part of learning. I will not translate every sentence. I will speak with confidence. Third, use the same sentence in different situations. For example, I am going to school. I am going to work. I am going to practice. I am going to watch a video. I am going to learn something new. This builds flexibility. Flexibility means you can use one pattern in many ways. This is very important for speaking. Because when you know patterns, you do not need to create every sentence from zero. Your brain already has ready structures. You only change a few words. That makes speaking faster. English reflex is not built by reading grammar once. It is built by repeating useful English many times. So do not feel shy to repeat. Repeat loudly. Repeat slowly. Repeat daily. Repeat until the sentence feels easy. At first, it may feel unnatural, but after many repetitions, your mouth becomes comfortable. Your brain becomes faster. Your confidence becomes stronger. Remember this powerful truth. Fluency is not built by knowing English. Fluency is built by using English again and again until it becomes automatic. So build English reflex. Repeat useful sentences.